Right, so continuing on, my last video, I had to shorten the size of it. Continuing on with Italy, before I wrap up and give my early predictions. So, with Italy, I don't put much stock for this Italian team as far as reading too much into missing out in the last World Cup because Euro 2020 speaks for itself after missing out in the World Cup in 2018 as well. And this is just a thing that has become a recurring sort of theme for the Italian national side. And going through the roster, some players that we could maybe expect to be called up for this tournament, in a similar vein to some of the other ones that I mentioned, have youngsters coming through, guys like Giacomo Raspadori, Nicolo Zaniolo, Chiesa is still 25 years old. He had a stellar performance in the last European Championship, so I imagine he might get called up if he's not injured. He had a propensity earlier last year, especially during the qualifying for the playoffs. That loss against North Macedonia, he was not a part of because he was injured. So I think for Italy, look, I said most of what I wanted to say in the last video when I gave the early analysis and the reaction to the draw. Please, I encourage you to go check out part 1. This is part 2. I talked about the 3 other teams. Like I said, I just had to cut the video out. It was getting too long. That's an issue, a technical issue I need to sort out soon. But at the end of the day, look, the Netherlands, Croatia, Spain, and Italy. You can make an argument for either of these teams, and I wouldn't be surprised if ultimately my predictions here are way off, and instead of the Netherlands winning it, they finish 4th. And instead of, I guess, Italy finishing last, they end up winning the whole thing. So just take it all for what it's worth. These are some tough matches to really feel a pulse on because we are in now, the dust having been settled from the last World Cup, trying to get it, really assess where these teams are at the current moment. And when you have a team like Croatia who are on the cusp of possibly doing something brilliant here, a team like the Netherlands who I think have one of the most red-hot sides in Europe at the moment, a team like Spain who have a lot of promise, just haven't cracked through in finding a true, reliable, out-and-out striker. And then a wild card team like Italy who their results have been all over the place with success locally in European competition, just not shining on a global stage. Real wild card with Italy. So I guess without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and give my early predictions. And remember, because this tournament's final phases are being held in June, this is subject to change. So bear that in mind, please.